We're live. What is happening? Beautiful and amazing human beings. Craig Goldberg here, inHarmony Interactive, and it is a big day with a big update. I'm not sure if you can hear my daughter screaming. What's going on? I have a window. I had a window open. I was watching us live. That's it. You caught me. I was watching myself on YouTube. I actually just had a window open because I was sharing the link. Okay, so here's what's going on. And I hope y'all, I don't know, I hope you can't hear what's going on outside, but I'm watching my daughter today. I have a 1.5-year-old daughter, and my parents happen to be visiting. It's a very hectic week for me. So this is going to be a relatively short update and a big one nonetheless, because yesterday was a really big day. We shipped all of our back orders. What's happening, Tony? And I'm glad you can't hear what's going on. It's feeding time. It's time to give my daughter a bottle. And she really only likes bottles from me and mom. It's a really weird thing. She spent the last week with my parents, her grandparents. Anyway, it's a whole big thing. But let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you. And let's talk about inHarmony. As you guys know, I'm one of the co-founders. I've been here really since the beginning. We started shipping our first sound lounges back in November of 2016. So we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary. We've been doing this for a while. Hello, Denise. It's an absolute pleasure. Oh, it's so great. This is something that I think is really exciting. We've been doing this a long time, and we've been making it happen. And as many challenges as we've had with the supply chain, we're doing it, and we're winning. And it is a daily thing. I literally just wrote in a text to somebody that ordered a cushion up in San Francisco. She ordered it 3 weeks ago. We shipped it. Actually, this was before we went out of stock. So we shipped this probably 4 weeks ago. And for 4 weeks, it's been showing pending for FedEx. And when we call FedEx, they tell us there's nothing they can tell us except that it's pending. And when she calls FedEx, there's nothing that we can do from her perspective either. So we're going to send her a new unit. I need to talk to her tomorrow, but ultimately we're going to make sure that you get your order. So I'm going to send another unit. Had another unit that we delivered to a house in Los Angeles. 4 o'clock showed delivered. Customer went outside. It wasn't there. Happens to be a customer I know really well and somebody I've known for a very long time, and I trust them. And they said it wasn't there. I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't there. We went to check. It wasn't there. So we sent another one. FedEx, they don't take responsibility for that. They say we delivered it, so it's a loss. So these are the types of things that happen, and that's not even managing the manufacturing side of our supply chain, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment. Here's what I want to share, because I continue to get feedback over and over and over again of people are watching our YouTube videos, they're watching our lives, they're seeing, hearing, and feeling what we're going through from our end, and I am eternally grateful. It's why we do it. I want you to feel and understand and hear in my voice and my tone, first of all, the excitement and the passion that I have for what we're doing, and also the trials and tribulations of what it means to manufacture in this environment and bring a product from an idea to reality. And we've done that over and over and over again. And we're going to continue to do that over and over again as we continue to innovate and design. And I'm going to talk in a couple minutes about the excitement that I have for several new affiliates and clinicians that have come on board, as well as some older and more veteran affiliates and even visionaries, which is what we used to call the program prior to inHarmony's affiliate program. It was called our visionary program because we were visionaries with a vision of bringing this technology and stewarding this technology in our local community. And this is something that gets me really, this is really what gets me going. It's the relationship building aspect of what we do. It's the connection that I get to have on the phone with each and every one of you, sharing your excitement for our tech, for an industry that you might have discovered, or a new way for you to augment revenue in your bathhouse or your location or your massage therapy business, whatever it might be. These are the aspects of my day-to-day that I get really excited about. And then at the same time, I pair that back because my role is simply to create incredible technology and then drive the content that drives the technology behind that, which has really been our focus. And I have been very much staying in my lane. I'm actually kind of proud of myself because as a serial entrepreneur, many of you can probably relate. You see shiny balls, you want to chase them down. And lately I have been hyper focused on building this brand, building this company, and doing it the right way with patience, with a long-term outlook. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And it's just been an absolute pleasure to build this alongside Dom, of course, Priscilla. And as I mentioned in the show notes, a long list of vendors, partners, and of course, our affiliates that help us to do what we do each and every day. And we happen to be a small team that works in the nucleus, if you will, of inHarmony. However, we've got some tremendous partners that help us with logistics, international logistics, shipping, pick and pack, warehousing, of course, manufacturing as well, both domestic and abroad. So it's a big, well-oiled machine at this point. And I just said to my dad, like because my parents are visiting, when it's on, it's on. I spoke to a beautiful young lady last night who wants to add a few sound lounges to her business, and she decided to place an order last night at 6 p.m. and by this morning at 10 a.m. we had already shipped. And that's the well-oiled machine that we thrive and strive for, and it's really nice when it works, and it doesn't always work, but most of the time it does. And those are the times that we really strive for. And every other time we make sure that we do what we can to pick up the pieces and to march on with our chest out, shoulders back, chin high, and knowing that we're doing the best that we can do each and every day. Anyhow, so here's what I want to share with you. Last Wednesday, we received at our warehouse almost 100 meditation cushions and about 13 sound lounges. It takes some time for us to receive that. What does that mean? Well, there's a 24-hour hold just for COVID. So all new packages coming into our warehouse have to be held and quarantined for 24 hours. They don't get touched, and they don't even start receiving them. Then they actually need to count to make sure that the purchase order I submit of what they should be receiving, plus what they actually receive into our inventory, is accurate. It takes about 48 hours for that to happen. So at some point on Friday, they had the green light to begin shipping. They're closed over the weekend. They began finishing off the receiving on Monday and shipping our product. By Monday at 5 p.m., we had shipped most of our back orders. Most, by and large, I think there were 5 or 6 that hadn't shipped. And even that, they were partially fulfilled. We finished the rest of that off this morning. Priscilla and I went through everything to make sure that we crossed all of our T's and dotted all of our I's. And that's a really exciting time for me. I realize and recognize the investment that people are making in our technology, the trust that they're putting in our business and our execution. And it's something that I'm really proud of when we are able to get that caught up and do that. It keeps me up at night when we're not shipping or we have back orders. And it's an unfortunate reality of what the next 90 days are going to hold. And I'm not here to sugarcoat this, and I'm not here to hide it in any way, shape, or form. Dom and myself, Priscilla, we are pushing our partners as hard as we possibly can to make sure that we have specifically meditation cushions for the holidays. I will have a number of meditation cushions that are coming in over the next few weeks that I know of already, that are already on their way to us. They're going to kind of dribble in until my big order hits. And look, if you're interested, here's my promise to you. Sound lounges and practitioners, I don't anticipate having the same issues. Our supply chain is really solid. It's hyper local. It's just over the border in Tijuana. It's really easy for us to continue to procure that as long as the supply chain holds true. As long as there's enough foam and enough materials, the transducers can make it here on time. These are the aspects of the supply chain that are really challenging for us. Like what used to take 2 days is now taking 2 months. You've heard me say this over and over again. What used to take 2 weeks is now taking 3 months or 4 months and that sort of thing. So we're doing as much as we can to manage the supply chain, to manage inbound shipping, in particular, international inbound shipping. We have a number of our components that are made overseas. It's simply a reality of what we've got going on that we know we need to deal with that. And you all have now seen what we've been seeing for the last 18 months of this constantly stacking of ships outside of particularly Long Beach and the 11 other ports or 10 other ports that are in the state of California on the Western Seaboard. We're working our best and trying our hardest to stay focused on what's going to get that product to our warehouse as fast as possible. And this is the day-to-day struggle that, frankly, I haven't had. This is something that, by and large, Dom was handling. And at this point, it's a two-man team. Now we're actually making decisions on the fly, and it's almost daily that we need to deal with some part of the supply chain that needs some massaging. So over the next 90 days, I wish I could tell you I was going to be in inventory. In fact, we are making as many arrangements as we can to keep you and those that have pre-orders and those that have back ordered are as informed as possible and as informed as we can be. And this is the promise that I have to you, that we will continue to manage it and continue to build on this as best we can while we move through this. And I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to talk to. However, I can't think straight and I can't stay focused. So I am going to bow out. I'm going to say thank you for dropping in this week. I will see if I can go live another time where I might be able to give you the update, and it might just wait until next Tuesday. We've got EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival, 100,000 people event this weekend, and we're going to have 2 sound lounges with the Brain Tap, the Cocoon Experience set up in the Artist Lounge, which is something that we just really love to serve because we've got a bunch of artists that work with us, and we are honored and excited to be working with EDC and the Artist Lounge. So we've got that event this weekend. I'm going to show up on Tuesday, and I will see you then. I hope you have a spectacular day. If you haven't yet, hit the little bell, hit the notification, like our page, make sure you're getting our notifications when we go live, and I will see you soon. Talk to you. Bye-bye.